So we are back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. It's a new year, new energy, new everything. I'm ready to turn up on YouTube, so please stick around. Tell a friend to subscribe over here to LA Show. Also, you can follow me on all my social media platforms at LA Show underscore on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, Young LA. You can also find the podcast LA Show on Spotify, Anchor FM, Breaker FM, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. Also, you can find me on Patreon where I'll be posting some exclusive content, LA Show. And you can cash at me $ LA Show 1 for the growth and betterment of this media venture. I love you guys. Let's get into some news. So the first story I wanted to discuss is, of course, our fallen brother Nipsey Hussle. He has totally took over the year of 2019 with his presence, his energy, and his inspiration that he left with all of us. I'm going to read this article from people.com. Lauren London looks back at her last year, New Year's Eve, with Nipsey Hussle before he was killed. As 2019 drew to a close, Lauren London was thinking of her late boyfriend, Nipsey Hussle. The actress, aged 35, posted a message on her Instagram story on New Year's Eve, looking back on the last year of her life in the aftermath of Nipsey Hussle's death. On March 31st of 2019, the rapper was shot and killed outside of his Hyde Park clothing store in Los Angeles. He was aged 33. 2019 changed the rest of my life. My existence shifted. Half of me is in heaven and the other half is here to pick up and continue, London wrote on Instagram. Things will never be the same, but every day I still wake up and pray, Lord, use me. Long live Ermias, she added at the end, using Hussle's real name. She also shared a shot of the two of them celebrating their last New Year's Eve together last year. London has been candid about her grief since Nipsey Hussle's death, and she frequently posts tributes to him on social media. She remembered him on Father's Day in June, sharing a touching photo of them with their son Cross, age 3. Hussle also has a 10-year-old daughter named Emani Ashgadam. In April, not long after he was killed, London spoke at length about Hussle's devotion to his family at a memorial held for him at the Staples Center, during which she referred to him as the love of her life. My pain is from a 2-year-old that probably won't remember how much his dad loved him, she said. His soul was majestic. He was the strongest man that I ever knew, a gentle father, a patient leader, a divine light. He was brilliant. He researched everything, completely self-taught, constantly seeking knowledge. Their son Cross also briefly took the stage, murmuring into a microphone as the crowd responded with cheers. Give the kids some love, London told the crowd, adding, they're a little nervous. I honestly am a true simp when it comes to love stories and just love in general. I don't know why that is. But it just breaks my heart to see somebody, a group of people so in love and just so close-knit, be broke apart by such a tragic situation. So in 2020, we need to open our eyes and see that life is not a game. We need to cherish every moment that we have out here on this earth with our people, show love and knowledge, and just respect each other enough to let each other go home to see our families again. I also want to talk about Black Sam, so let's look into him as well. just looking at the way that Black Sam has been able to get over a lot of the adversities that he has faced in his life, I know that he was a great older brother and example for Nipsey. And just the way that their family dynamics were set up, he seemed like he took the role of the father. And, you know, just seeing how tenacious he is and how much brain power this man is able to use, it really does amaze me, you know, just watching him get his hands dirty, you know, with his chains on, with his nice watch on. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And just the things that they're trying to do in this community, everybody needs to support, you know, just support this family and what they're bringing. The marathon continues.
Thoughts like that because y'all so.
What grandparents supposed to do?
Let me tell you, the new generation, y'all millenniums, y'all got it all fucked up. The reason why is because grandparents, because I became a grandparent, does not automatically make me the babysitter or a daycare. Grandparents, true grandparents, they're supposed to raise their children right to where when y'all start having kids, y'all can financially provide for your own children and secure their daycare so you can go to work, so you can go out, so you can do anything else. Grandparents.
See, let me tell you where you got it wrong.
No. True grandparents are supposed to be able to call for their grandkids. Y'all supposed to come over here. No, that's for the daddies. That's for the daddies. When the daddies ain't in the home, that's where they go for the daddies.
Oh, bummer.
They go to their daddies for the summer because y'all got to split custody. That's how y'all got it fucked up. Grandparents are supposed to be able to come to your house and stay with you and visit with their grandkids. You're supposed to be able to drop your kids off when your grandparents call for them and in their leisure time. Grandparents are not supposed to be daycares. Everybody's time is valuable. We have our own life. We work very hard to get everybody out of the house. Why would we want to raise your kids and keep your kids? That's out of order. But black people, the black culture is so dysfunctional. That's why y'all think that grandparents is supposed to be keeping kids and raising kids. It don't go that way. Y'all got it messed up.
So they're not going to self-hydrate?
And guess what? Yes, stuff like that's a portion. I'm supposed to be able to say, yo, on the 27th, I booked for me and my grandkids. Everybody going. Whoever ain't going, I don't need y'all money. I don't need y'all nothing. I don't need nothing. I just need my grandkids.
Right.
That's what we're supposed to do.
So we can't just drop them off when we want to.
No, it don't supposed to be dropping them off when you want to.
Like, here go your grandkids.
No.
See.
No. It don't go like that. You know why? Because we already had our lives with raising kids. We don't supposed to be tied down raising fucking kids. We supposed to be gardening, going to the senior citizens place, bingo, and all that other fucking shit. That's what we raised y'all for, to be able to take care of y'all kids. We didn't send y'all out when y'all did go. Where y'all go? The summers. And where did y'all go? To y'all other people. Your daddy people. If the daddy is not in the home, he's supposed to do the summers. Y'all supposed to rotate holidays. What the fuck? Y'all, but see what it is? Y'all think that we supposed to do that because y'all got a sense of entitlement. Y'all think just because I'm the mom, I'm the grandma, that you're supposed to push your kids off on me. That's not how it goes. But it takes strong mothers like me to let you know the shit don't go like that. To get it right. Other than that, I'll be sitting here rocking all y'all goddamn kids and y'all doing this, doing that. No. No. Trust and believe. They will be in the system. They will be at the shelter. They will be wherever they need to be because you didn't do what the fuck you were supposed to do as a parent. It had nothing to do with me.
You wouldn't.
I most definitely fucking would.
Oh, Quirky Petty.
I told you that off the rip. I'm not fucking doing it. I know what kind of life I want to fucking live after raising all my 5 kids. I'm not raising nobody else's kids. I'm here to support. Call me and she's sneezing. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's what grandparents supposed to do.
That's me. I call every little thing. Oh, man.
But all this, they living with their grandmama. They ain't seen their mama. They all this stuff. No. That's for the ratchets. And I don't play that because you know why? I'm boot chick. I'm boot chick.
Wait, she boot chick.
Boot chick.
She boot chick. Y'all granny Boochie. I've never heard of it. I better put that in the Gmail.
So this has been floating around the internet for the past couple of days, and I just wanted to speak on it because it does relate to me. I was a young mother. I was blessed enough to have my mother involved heavily. She was, gracious enough to let me finish high school. I was able to get into college and, try my hand at different careers, all because of my mother and her love. And, but also I have to think about it. It was her time that she gave, not just love. So that's number one. We have to look at other people's time and be very considerate of that. Just because they've lived their lives and things of that nature doesn't mean that they want to go about raising another generation of children. So I understand where this grandmother is coming from. Not only that, number two, she is right, but also I do want to say that it does take a village to raise children. And we can never lose sight of that in the Black family, in the Black community. Of course, the child needs the nurturing and the love of the mother consistently, forever. But it also does need that outside presence of support, which she said that she was willing to give this child or these children. So that's a beautiful blessing in itself. But as far as you taking time for leisure, that's something that you have to set up outside of your mom sometimes. So think about that too. Number three, where is these children's fathers? That's another thing we have to start instilling in these men. You can't be out here making children like it's a rat race and not taking care of them. Comment down below what you think about this situation with this mother.
Only calling because you're concerned. So I figured this is probably the best time to go live, because my phone won't stop ringing. A few days ago, Bryce was talking crazy. He kept talking about the signs and the symbols. He kept talking about the signs and the symbols that he was seeing all over the place. And that he could see the world for what it really was. He kept saying that he could see people for who they really are. He was happy though. He was talking about his future. He was talking about going to Georgia Tech. And we were having a lot of spiritual conversations. He had a lot of questions. He had a lot of questions about spirituality and life. He kept asking me if I was okay or if his brothers were gonna be okay. And I kept telling him, yeah, all day. We sat in the car yesterday because we didn't have anywhere to go. And he sat next to me all day just talking. And I was stressed out. I was too stressed to really deal with it. And I kept telling him I had just started my period. We were on the streets again, homeless. The little job I got wasn't paying me all my money on time or in full. And I was so stressed out about taking care of my kids. Around 10 o'clock last night, I finally got us a hotel room. But we still had to wait for Brayden to finish working. We were parked behind Brayden's job waiting for him to finish working. And I told him, I said, Bryce, you have to dig within and fight these demons that you're fighting. I was told him like I wasn't strong enough to help him right now. That I had my own demons that I was trying to fight. He was stressing me out so much that I started getting chest pains. When we got to the hotel and the two older boys went upstairs and left me in the car, and I was just trying to decompress because the whole day Bryce was just going. Bryce came back downstairs and sat with me. And I started telling him that he needed to get it together and toughen up, get his mind right. He tried to hold my hand, and I told him no, because he had me so upset, so anxious. I was like, I can't deal with that energy right now, baby. I wouldn't let him grab my hand. I wouldn't let him hold my hand. Because his energy was so intense. I could feel the pain in his soul, and it was breaking my heart. We went back upstairs to the hotel room. Brayden was already sleeping. It was cold, so I asked him. No, before that, I had my chest pain, so I was in the bathroom cleaning up. And he kept checking on me. Mommy, are you okay? Mommy, are you okay? Mommy, you gonna be okay? Mommy, are you okay? I said, yeah, I just need to calm down, baby. I just need to calm down. After like 30 minutes, I came out the bathroom. And it was so cold in the room. I asked him to go downstairs and get my favorite blanket. After 20 minutes, I didn't see him. So I went downstairs. I checked the car. The blanket was gone. So I know he came to the car, but I couldn't find him anywhere. I came back up to the room, and I saw that he left his phone and his wallet and his shoes. I sat there for a minute. I sat there for like 20 minutes just thinking like, come on, I know you're gonna come back. I know you're gonna come back. He still didn't show up. So I woke up Brayden. I told Brayden to go walk around, go look for him. Brayden left, and I felt something in my soul. I just started bawling, crying. And then Brayden came back without him, and I started bawling, crying some more. Brayden was like, calm down, he's okay. But I knew in my heart he wasn't. his dad. He talked to his dad yesterday, and that's when it got worse. It got worse after he talked to his dad. Before he talked to his dad, he was just talking for a few days, just talking about, just in circles, just talking about life, about the things that we were going through as a family over the last couple of months being homeless, the things that he had to see me go through because we were homeless. But after he talked to his dad, he started getting paranoid. Like, I asked him to walk across the street to get me a ginger ale, and he was paranoid. Started talking about not being trapped by doors and mirrors. So this morning when he disappeared, I texted his dad, and I was like, I wish you would disappear from our lives forever. In that moment, I knew something was wrong with my baby. And I cried myself to sleep. I woke up 7 o'clock this morning. That was at like 4:30. I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, still no Bryce. I started calling everybody. Nobody heard from him. No friends. Nobody heard from him. I called my brother, and my brother said he was going to start making phone calls. My brother called me back, and he said there was a report that somebody got hit by a train at 4 in the morning. In my heart, I knew it was my baby. I called the hospital. They wouldn't give me any information on the phone, so I went to the hospital, and I couldn't stop crying because I knew it was my baby. I knew it. Brandon kept telling me he wouldn't do something like that, but he hasn't ever acted like how he's been acting for the last 3 days. Finally, the nurse walked up to us with a piece of paper in his hand and said, "This is the number of the detective." We ID'd the body, and it's Bryce Gowdy. My baby walked in front of a train and he killed himself.
Anything else y'all need?
I've been begging for help for months. For months I've been begging for help.
Wow. First of all, my condolences goes out to him and the family of Bryce Gowdy. This is why we need to definitely dig into mental health for sure. I'm going to read an article from 11alive.com. Reports Georgia Tech football signee Bryce Gowdy's death ruled a suicide. Atlanta. A 17-year-old football player who was set to start college at Georgia Tech in Atlanta next week has died by suicide, according to multiple reports. According to the Broward County Sheriff's Office, Gowdy was hit by a freight train just after 4 a.m. Monday in Deerfield Beach, Florida. He was taken to the hospital where he died. According to the South Florida Sun-Sentinel and ESPN, the Broward County Medical Examiner's Office ruled the incident a suicide, and the cause of death was blunt force injuries. In a tearful message on social media, Gowdy's mother offered insight into what may have led up to his death. A few days ago, Bryce was talking crazy. He kept talking about the signs and symbols he was seeing, said Siobhan Mitchell. In a now deleted social media video, he kept saying he could see people for who they really are. He was really happy, though, talking about his future. The nearly 12-minute video was since removed from her Facebook page. In the video, the woman identified by NBC6 as Gowdy's mother reportedly said they had been homeless and the past few days was acting off. He had a lot of questions about spirituality and life, Mitchell reportedly said, fighting through tears while saying her family was currently homeless and living out of a car. He kept asking if I was going to be okay, if his brothers were going to be okay. Thomas Gowdy on Wednesday in a phone interview that his nephew was the head of the household. There was neglect from one side of the family and too much responsibility from the other side, he said. Thomas Gowdy said the family was hurt by Bryce's passing. You could never see this coming no matter how much you know the person, he told NBC. Gowdy was a wide receiver at Deerfield Beach High School. Georgia Tech said he finished his high school coursework a semester early and was expected to move to Metro Atlanta this weekend and start classes on Monday, January 6th. Just Sunday night, Gowdy tweeted that he was excited to head to Atlanta. The school released a statement Monday saying they are mourning the death of Bryce Gowdy. The Florida native signed a national letter of intent to attend and play football at Georgia Tech earlier this month. Our entire Georgia Tech football family is devastated by the news of Bryce's passing, Georgia Tech football head coach Geoff Collins said. Bryce was an outstanding young man with a very bright future. He was a great friend to many, including many of our current and incoming team members. Family members have set up a GoFundMe to help with his funeral. As of noon on Wednesday, nearly $65,000 had already been raised. Let's send this man off with love and light. It's not his fault that he was feeling that way. And this just also reflects back on to the last topic, which is parenting and what we need to do as a group of people in building up our children, even in the worst case scenarios. Because I think this baby, he just felt like he had too much on his shoulders, and it was too much. I mean, my goodness, dealing with homelessness, trying to start his life and move forward, leaving behind his mom and his brothers. I mean, I can only imagine what this brother was feeling. So I just want to reach out and hug him, but it's too late. It's too late. So now we just need to take this tragedy and learn from it and try to do better. The mom needed help. She needed support. And that's something that we need to look into. It takes a village in the Black community. Comment down below and tell me your thoughts about Bryce Gowdy. And just like I said, send him up with love and light. So let me know down below what you think about these topics. How do you like these videos? Do you need them shorter? Tell me what you need down below. I'll try to make those adjustments for you guys. Like I said in the beginning, follow me on all my social media platforms where I post daily stories. I love you guys. It's a new year. Let's make some changes and do the right thing. I'll be back with more.